Just no
Rancid.
no shit hair from Monsagai Lillipad. Let's replace.
I'm gonna have to mulligan into Oblivion.
Yeah, I'll keep this hand. One shard on the play. Why not?
With a 15 drop in your hand.
Yep.
20 drop, excuse me. 25 drop.
25 drop, yep. So, Woken Draka here starts as a 25 cost, and then every time a troop enters play under our control, if this is in our hand or in our deck, it gets cheaper. And this is a 5/5 that gives all of our other troops +5/+5.
Oh man, this is good. Just break off the rest of the game.
Woo! Ding! Alright, hit our second shard. So hopefully, so this is kind of a neat example of a card that Hex can do that Magic can't. So this card has a deck building restriction. So you can only include the card Underworld Crusader in your deck if you have 10 differently named troops that meet this Underworld faction requirement. But it's a very powerful card if you meet that requirement. It's a 4/4 for 3 that when it dies, we draw 2 cards and lose 2 life. And it's got speed, which means it gets to attack right away.
I'm really sad that you drew a shard. Back-to-back shards. Even.
Back-to-back shards. What a professional, really.
No wonder you like this game. You're whitelisted.
They're whitelisted, right? God bless you, Corey Burkhart. Corey Burkhart and the way to see Woken Draka down to 21 cost here. Actually, are there any double blood cards in this deck? Oh yeah, there's a couple. I was like, because we have a double wild.
I would say the culmination is double blood, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it is. Deck building refers to in your 60 cards when you submit. So like when we go to reserving or sideboarding in this match, we will have to make sure that we still have 10 differently named things in our deck post board as well.
Perfect.
My hero power is double blood. Good call. Good call. Do I play this and then sack it to make this smaller? So this card is a 2/2 with lethal and Deathcry. Oh, I can make our thing bigger. That seems way better. So I can sacrifice this to my champion power, which lets me draw a card and gain 3 life. And when this dies, I can give something +2/+2 or -2/-2.
Oh, that's good. Did they fix that?
They fix what?
The Lightbar Paladin?
What was wrong with it?
Just the interaction with, what's her name?
That works correctly.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's working as intended.
Hilarious.
Kryptonite. So my opponent jump blocked there. They're going to probably activate their champion power. Their champion power flips 3 cards into their crypt and then returns 1 at random to their hand. Alright, hero fall. They killed my thing, but I get to draw 2 cards, so send me out. Ooh, that's a good one.
You should play them first.
No, I want the wild, I
You
think,
need the wilds? Oh,
for the Draka.
Come on.
So, Runir is a 2/2 that whenever another troop comes into play under our control, it gets bigger. And then when this dies, we get an Abomination and a Blight Blossom. The Abomination is power and toughness equal to this Runir, so it leaves behind some friends.
Man, we're getting so close to this. That's weird.
I want to sacrifice this because otherwise the Abomination gets tiny. This is Magic Digital next. There you go. Yeah, that's the real answer. This is Magic Digital next. With the clutch real times.
I like that person. That's gas. Hey, look, we get to guess.
Ooh, a shard. Which makes this cost 4 for next turn.
What?
I'm going to sacrifice this, I think.
How does that work?
Draw a couple
Oh,
cards.
Jesus,
Oh,
never
jeez.
mind.
Yeah, I think we're just doing this to this, right?
Probably. I mean, because you can cast a...
And then I can play this next turn.
Yeah, you can cast
Make everything huge.
Damn it.
Are you ready to woken my Draktar?
This card is not real life. Good.
They got a resource back to their hand. There are a lot of half grappers in there. Ooh, Bright's kind of scary. Oh, they don't have anywhere near enough. Never mind. JK, LOL. So this is going to target something, give it -1/-1.
Your 1/1 needs
Hoof, there it is. Exactly. I'm going to sacrifice this to this guy, make him bigger. When this dies, we make something smaller.
That's good. Man, that's really good. Jesus.
Fixed.
You gotta change the game too.
Next turn, we play the Woken Draktar here.
It's pretty good.
Oh, I can go Yazucan and Woken Draktar next turn because this will make this free.
Why? What? I'm confused.
Because this gets cheaper every time a troop enters play. So the Yazucan enters play,
Oh god, never mind.
and then we play this.
Yeah, I forgot.
Say hello to my little friend.
Play your shard. God, we're
Smash.
Goodbye, Runear.
They could have a hero fall here. If they have a hero fall to kill this, or things will be a little bit smaller. But, like, if they're killing this, then they're not killing Yazukan.
Yazukan.
Actually, this is lethal right now if they don't kill this. Because they die to the Crusader trigger. That's great. That's great. All right, so reserving. What's going on, Lucasso? Playing some Hex. Is Culmination Blood good this matchup? It seems like they're going to have cards in their hand, right? And we're both putting idiots in the bin.
Probably good.
Culmination Blood's probably fine. Blakebark Paladin seems a little medium.
Definitely not great.
It just took switching games to get a win, right? We haven't won the match yet. We did win single games. Gemborn Prowler is great. Hero Fall seems fine. I could cut one of these Underworld troops since I'm bringing in Gemborn Prowler. Exarch of the Egg's a little mediocre.
Okay.
I guess it trades with their idiot.
Cottontail Explorer is like the one of you have, right? Do you want that? I guess you kind of.
It's good with Culmination and Blood, right? Yeah, right? Just like, all right, bin your hand.
Yeah.
This thing's lethal?
Yeah, man, you didn't know that.
Oh, the Sniper Rabbit. Monsagai Deadeye. Good call.
Oh yeah.
The little 2-1.
No, yeah, poop. Yeah, that's fine. 61.
One more trim here.
I mean, you can cut one of the.
No, definitely not. I can cut the second Emperor's Lackey.
Oh, yeah, you can go like yeah, that's fine.
It's like a defensive card. It's aggressive decks. If you're interested in learning a little bit more about Hex, you can check out this article. It kind of talks about the... I didn't really go into teacher mode when we swapped. I apologize, but I just need to slam some things into people in a game where I'm not just getting dumpstered for trying something new. 2 25s and 3 10s, right? I think I want a resource with this. We've got 2 Ground Creepers here in my hand, which are 5. So that resource I just played uses a mechanic called Fate Weave. And what Fate Weave does is it lets me choose between a resource and non-resource, and then it stacks that type of card on top of my deck. So I'm guaranteed to draw a resource this turn. Play that. Play this Naive Lackey. Correct. Yep. They did not have a resource for the turn. Sacrifice this, which lets us draw 2 cards, because 1 from our champion power and 1 when this dies.
Man, that's good.
Play this Dorko out.
Remember when people thought Runear was unplayable when Hex?
Yeah, because the gems changed.
Fucking joke.
Oh, my deck list on screen. My tool isn't working when sideboarding for some reason. Oh, wait. No, I just hit it. I'm dumb. There's my deck list. There's a lot of 1-ofs in these Crusader decks, so they're kind of... Yep. No blocks. Play this
Oh boy.
Exarch of the Egg, which makes this larger. I think we're just sacking this to kill this. I probably want to sack the Exarch, right? Because Ground Creeper next turn will be really good with the Runear Hierophant. It is Boulevard of Broken Dreams is my soundtrack in the background here.
Whoa, goodbye.
God, these Kaigalichu decks are so greedy. So I tried to kill my opponent's creature there, and they have a troop in their hand that lets them reveal it to give Spell Shield. I clicked through the effect there.
How's that blowout feel?
The biggest difference between this and Magic is how the resource system functions. The resource system at Hex is a little bit different. If you've played Eternal Card Game just copied Hex's resource system verbatim. So this Ground Creeper card is pretty sweet. So what this does is, at the end of every one of my turns, it triggers the death cries of one of my troops. So this Runear, we're going to get to my end of turn, and this Grounds Creeper is going to trigger the Death Cries of my Runeer, and the Death Cries of my Runeer make 2 troops. So this is going to happen, and we'll get a 3/3 and a 1/1, which make this larger. Hopefully they don't have Hero Fall. That's unfortunate. It took the other Grounds Creeper out of my hand. They don't really have good attacks here anymore, though, which is good for us. Hey, another Runeer. All right, let's play this out. I think I'm just passing here. Yeah. Oh, they all took down Woken Draktar. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah.
That's hilarious. Want to get this other Runeer into play ASAP, so that way our opponent can't Hero Fall it out of our hand. That's really good. So Lord Blakebark says our Death Cries trigger when our troops enter play. So that Runeer enters, which triggers Death Cry, which triggers these, which trigger the Woke triggers. Someone on what's it called? Instagram is just like twitching right now, and they have no idea why. They're just so triggered. I want to make him a surprise for next turn. And now our Woken Draktar is free, because we've put all this... This deck's really good, huh?
Yeah, it seems like it's pretty solid.
Oh, shit.
Get fucked.
They just mind routed us.
Get fucked.
I guess I should have played it out. All right. I mean, they're still probably pretty dead, right?
You're in trouble. Okay. Now they're really ranched.
I didn't actually do math here, but I assume a 10 and a 9, and
You have to block the 3 biggest things, and then the Blightmark's gonna ranch them.
they died to their Crusader triggers again.
Twice.
They died to their Crusader. Oh, I forgot to put this in the Hex channel.
You're violating Twitch terms, sir.
I did.
Sir.
But Gabby's been doing it all day, so I think I'm safe.
You've been violating Twitch.
She works for WotC, though, so...
I'm reporting you right now.
Woken was free pre-combat? No, I thought it was 1.
It was 0.
Jane Yazukan to Rotpaw. Better versus Red Deck. I'd buy that. I'd buy that for $1.
Yazukan to Rappa game?
Yeah.
Come on, dude. But Yazukan. Oh, man. Yeah, this deck's pretty good.
Yeah, what's going on, Speed? Yeah, we,
Lord Blakebark, Mythic,
Yeah.
or Legendary, whatever.
Yeah, he's like $10. More expensive cards.
God, this format's basically Magic now. It's all Mythic.
Basic Magic, all the Mythics. Sounds good, Burgle. We're gonna play 2 or 3 more matches, then call it a night. You know, wash the taste of modern out of our mouth with some Hex. Thanks everyone for hanging out here tonight. Play some Death Cry aggro here in Hexy time.
How many more weeks left in the season? Do I have to start grinding soon? Do I have to start playing soon?
There are only 4 weeks left.
Only 4 weeks left?
Yep.
Oh, yeah, 3
Halfway.
Weeks, 3-week break. 3-week vacation still.
Sense with. Is Matt pleased with his ticket fire? Some generous soul donated $6, so it only cost us $6 to do what we did there.
We both want to play bad decks. I mean, there's no chance I would register that in a tournament, so let's not get crazy. I'm not getting carried away.
Alright, rename these Twitch archives while I'm thinking about it. This was Eldritch Elves Modern, July 25th. Ooh, Angus match is supposed to be good.
Yeah, supposedly. And you get to go first? You're so lucky.
Would mostly CCS be better? I don't know. Understand what you're suggesting, Port.
This
Oh, you mean more often? Would a more often CCS be better, like monthly? Yeah, maybe. I also think you could also just like motivate people with things other than the latter too.
Yeah. We need PPTQs. What about online PTQs? What was the I wasn't around during this time. What was their qualification thing for their invitational that they had?
They had a bunch of
Was
just
it
like
monthly?
they had a bunch of just like PTQ type things.
Yeah. Like, that's something that I think people could get behind.
Right, we're not going to chump block with this one because we want to hit our champion power with it. I mean, I don't think you need something like the CCS. Like, honestly, just something like the Clash every weekend. Like, if we had a Saturday tournament every weekend for Constructed, that would be great.
What if you had like I don't know what the answer is. What if you had like a bunch of like rolling like 64 player capped events or something like that, and you could make them as a qualifier to something. I don't know. There's tons of stuff. Okay, that's pretty good.
It's okay. I'm going to sacrifice this, gain 3 life, draw 2 cards. Alright, it's a blocker.
Is it?
It was tickets were given from normal tournaments. Oh, right, you had to play and then play other things.
Oh, okay.
If they kill this Fentio, we get to scrounge this Paw of Yazucan, which is decent for us. Makes this Culmination in Blood worse. Probably have a Fireball here because they're going to trigger this. Yep. Yep, I'm going to take 5 here. Take 2 from the trigger and then 2 from the attack. Pretty obligated to Paw here, I think. I'm just not casting this Culmination Blood this game, basically. They play Mama Yeti, we're just going to roll over and die, I think.
Welcome to every deck against the Mama Yeti deck.
Why haven't we put Underworld Crusader and Mama Yeti in the same deck?
Why haven't we?
Yeah.
I mean, you only have 8 slots taken up, I suppose. You have 12 slots taken up right away. Mamas, babies, and
I actually think something like the 100K is a giant waste of money. I know they had like qualifiers and stuff for it, but I think having a $100,000 tournaments or like having $25,000 tournaments is like a much better use of promotional money than having one $100,000 tournament where only 16 people get to play.
the problem is they're splashy though, and like people like splashy shit. There's arguments to both, but
It depends on like what you want to be, right? Like there's all these games that like are already doing there's all these other games that like already do things like that. Do I have a link for how to play Hex? Yep. Check out this one right there. Hex, I like Hex doing a lot of the smaller tournaments because, like, for example, Hearthstone does all the splashy tournaments. And for someone like me who's, like, a moderately competitive player, there's no reason for me to, like, get involved in Hearthstone because, like, Hearthstone tournaments are only for, like, the top 1% of Hearthstone players or fraction of a percent of Hearthstone players. Like, there's, like, this... There's like this middling market where like you can allow players to be competitive like and just like play one-off tournaments and like not have to qualify for other things. Like the reward can be the actual tournament that you're playing. Okay, that's Cackler. This deck doesn't have any way to gain life, does it?
what the hell is this?
This is a Cremate or a Fireball to finish my Ground Screeper.
Must be another Lasgar's.
It could be another Lasgar's too.
Probably a cremate. But
And yep.
man, that's pretty good. Nice cards. Nice deck.
I'm going to go to 3 here, which is a little bit of a gamble. Oh, actually, I'm going to do this. If they don't have exactly Fireball here, I can sack this Lord Blightbark to gain some life here.
Yeah,
It's not bad.
you're not dead.
Leave this back on defense for now. Mama Yeti, kill me.
I feel like this deck can turn its corner kind of reasonably.
Yeah, and like they only start with 17 starting life, so like it's not completely unreasonable.
Yay!
Why did they tank?
Yay!
I don't understand.
It'd be the ultimate till if they frothing this,
They can't.
but I wanted to.
This is only free the turn you play it.
But they can play another one for one. What a till! They're not gonna. Jeff.
I don't understand.
What the fuck just happened?
I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, you're gonna win this game.
I don't think so. Come on now. Just stop it.
You're gonna win. You're gonna win this game.
Stop it.
You're gonna win this.
If I play this, I have to lose 2 life because of the Lord Blightbark.
No, you're gonna win this game. No. Alright.
Well, the good news is I can Culmination of Blood them before I potentially lose 2 life.
That's great. 2 shards away from death.
You're not wrong.
Man, that's good. Okay.
That was a creep 8. All right.
We don't wanna-
Well, now I'm just playing the Ground Creeper, right?
Yeah, and attacking.
For 4. Yep. And then at end of turn, this Blightbark Paladin is gonna
Yes,
make
like
one of my
a million
things
guys.
bigger. Yep. Hey, Griffin said.
What the fuck just happened?
I'm not quite sure what happened to this game, but for some reason we're still alive.
I am getting on a ladder when I get home. Go get them. They're dead next turn.
Are they? Yeah, they are. Wow.
They're dead next turn.
All right, so trigger that, and then
Yeah. I would probably, I don't know. It doesn't really matter, I suppose.
yeah, we are in control of the board, and they're at 13. So if they draw exactly Fireball, they could kill us because this is going to cause us to lose 2 life when it comes into play.
Fireball, or they could have played that cream, eh?
Yeah, if they would have played the Creebait. Oh, that's Baby Yeti.
Do it. I mean, you can't kill him this turn now, though.
That's true.
I lied.
These lose 2 life. I need to hit a shard.
Oh, they're dead.
Ready to get woke, fam? Ready to get woke? The Draktar is here! Crater Hoof, attack. It doesn't give crush, right? No crush. Alright. -12. Alright, so
Maybe they should have 100k for X.
Culmination in Blood is out. This Vampire Princess is fine. This Hero Fall seems fine.
At 60?
Yeah, that's probably good.
That is so bad. Is the Noxus? No, Noxus is probably not good enough.
Paw's probably worse than Hero Fall, right?
Yeah, almost certainly.
Alright, let's do that. Yeah, so Lord Blightbark makes the Crusader's Deathcry trigger when it enters play, which is lose 2 life and draw 2 cards, which is not always great against the aggressive deck.
Oh my god. I just. Man, dude. That was. Yeah. You think your opponent's mad at themselves?
I don't know. God, there's so many one-ofs in this deck list. Look how tiny it is on my screen.
Yeah, it's like when I streamed with the old Kega Crusader deck. It was It's like literally mono one. I was just like 12 of them. I would never register in a real tournament, in a paper tournament. It takes too much time to register.
Even the resource base of the deck has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different resources in it.
What?
Yep.
Oh, because it has the 2 ices now.
Yep. Easy replace. Sure. Blightbark into Crusader.
Fair.
Play Bolt Spasm, I want to kill me. Ooh, the goat is here. So this is a 0/1 that every time it attacks, it gets +1 power permanently, and it cannot block, and every time it becomes blocked, it bounces back. That's a great one. Also, that's the Slolopad active, which is sweet. I think I'm actually going to play this on 2, because that way if they kill it, it kills one of their things. No Righteous Outlaws, fantastic for us.
Post-combat one. Good.
Perfect. God. This matchup seems pretty decent.
Yeah, it looks fine. Got a lot of early threats. You just have no life gain. Well, now you have the 6-drop.
Our champion power is some life gain. Like, if we can get to turn 3, we get 3. If we get to turn 6, we get 3 more.
I guess. It's just, you trade your champ power for their champ power.
Yeah, basically. But ours is 3 resources and theirs is 4.
Sure. They always get to 4. Stop it. Alright. Lightning bolted. Shock.
If they kill us, we get to kill the Bolt Spasm. Yep. So when this dies, we get something -1/-1. I choose you, Pikachu.
Interesting choice that was. I guess you have to kill it anyways.
Just playing this next turn.
Yeah, this isn't even.
That's
It's
aggressive.
not even a real clock, to be honest. 4. Yeah, it's not good either. I think you have to play this. I assume they have another fireball if they did it like that, but it doesn't.
If
even
they
matter.
do, we have 1/1 and a 2/2. Yeah. So when this dies, it creates an Abomination, a Blight Blossom. The Blight Blossom is
I
always a
guess
1/1.
if
The
they get a
Abomination's power
if they get a
varies.
shard and have fireball, you're dead.
No. That's only 6.
This is really bad line, by the way.
So they can trade a Baby Yeti for 1 point of damage and a Rage Power on here.
That's fine. I think you're supposed to do that.
Yeah, I think so. I'm okay with that exchange. They're just powering this up. Deal.
It's worse. I'm pretty sure they're gonna die. Freaking.
Do I play this and then sack it to gain 1, draw 3?
My line was to play that to Gruesome Deed your 1/1 to kill that scapegoat because it's going to be annoying.
I'm gonna have plenty of blockers for that though. They don't have any cards.
Yeah, it's fair.
Like we find like something decent. that's a lot of those guys. All right,
You are going to have a lot of blockers that are just going to kill you.
you're just gonna kill Pico.
Perfect. Oh, that's a good draw.
That's really good.
I think
Yep.
you're supposed to ship with everything, but they didn't last turn, so it doesn't make me feel like they're going to again anyways. They're just going to attack with the Phoenix.
Oh yeah, good call. It has speed. I should have attacked first.
Oh, yeah. I forgot your ISP.
Yeah, I was so caught up in what I was doing that speed didn't occur to me. Ventio doesn't do a whole lot. I think I'm just playing this out, and then we'll hero fall this inside of combat. I think.
God, I hope they draw one. Please draw one.
I want to let him attack first because if I kill this before he's declared attackers, so that flips back to their hand, and then I'm going to go ahead and hero fall this, which gives them the option to clear my board. You can deal 2 damage to each of my things if they want.
That's what you're supposed to do.
I can also put it back in their hand if they hit a shard.
I don't even think that's good. Okay, it's back in their hand. Wait, now they can't play it. They're not even playing their 1-drop? I'm so confused right now. They have a scapegoat in hand, right?
Yep.
Actually, I'm not creating that. You could be dead. Oh, you're good.
Oh, that doesn't give me a thing. I just thought for sure I had a...
What do they have here? Is there a lightning bolt?
And the fact that I missed the fact that I missed a 4-pointer is pretty big deal. There's the rabbit that I missed that I could have had a different guy with. You know, details.
All the mistakes, boys.
Play this Fentio out. Some mistakes have been made, you could argue.
Okay, now
Now we're taking 6 this turn.
Yeah, because he has the Phoenix.
Yep.
I'm confused still why he didn't play the escape. He has a scapegoat plus something in here.
Yeah.
I mean, you have gruesome deed. You're not dead, but you're basically dead. Can't cast any of those.
Correct. Play this. We can draw a card.
Okay, it's a locker.
I can sacrifice this to kill this.
Yeah, you have to do this.
Just draws me another card. Alright, that draws me another card. Assuming they're putting it back in their hand because they have a shard, it's lethal.
Yeah, almost certain. They just have to like hope to hit a shard, I think, at this point.
Are they really debating on killing my stuff here? It'd be really good for me if they killed my stuff.
Sure would. You could just cast your Crusaders, both of them, right?
Yep.
So now we're just... And, oh, we haven't attacked yet, have we?
Nope. I can't attack with this one because they'll trade its baby Yeti and we'll die.
That's bad. I get it. And then you can put eggs in there too, maybe get lucky.
I think I want to leave that back.
Really?
Yeah.
2 guys already.
Probably just dead.
Yeah, they put shard. Oh, snapped.
No, the
Well, they
Phoenix,
don't have
the
it.
Phoenix
they don't
didn't come
have it.
back.
They,
Yeah.
well, they have a scapegoat and something else in here.
They have a scapegoat X. Yep. That's a Mama Yeti.
Good thing we kept that back.
A good thing I didn't
Ignore
activate
my
this.
line, Yep. Ignore me. Ignore the man behind the curtain. Did they know that the Mama Yeti has haste? I'm not sure.
I'm not sure. Yeah, it's in the tech last game either.
I'm so confused. Oh, that's good.
Well, leaving it back now isn't bad
Yeah.
because that way I couldn't attack with these. Well, now if I don't die this turn,
I mean, yeah, they're gonna die though. Yeah, certainly that. If you get a shard, you're gonna like be pretty decent shape next turn.
this gets out of hand
Yeah,
really quickly.
Yeah. That card's nuts. I died to that once when I played against this deck. Scapegoat. Scapegoat baby Yeti.
Scapegoat baby Yeti. Yep.
Okay. Your opponent's dead. If
Maybe.
you hit a shard, your opponent's super dead.
Maybe I should have targeted this
I thought you were gonna target the
to hit a card. Yeah.
because there's no reason to get to.
Yeah. Because if I just hit a shard, then
Yeah, that sucks.
well, that means I don't die to Princess though, or die to Phoenix.
More eggs. You can attack with your 7. You can't attack with your 7/7, right?
Yeah, I can. If they trade their board for it, that's fine.
Oh, you have a 4/5. Got it.
Yep. And a 3/3 and a 2/3. And at the end of the turn, this will make 7/7s. Because now at this point, this is just better, right?
Yeah. Now it's just you have everything you need. You can alpha next turn and kill them.
Yep.
Well, you can't attack with your stupid guys still.
Like, I can if it's lethal, right? Because they'll take damage before the trigger happens. So Fireballs or Greebaits still kill me here. Lasgar's Vengeance kills me here, too.
Yeah, they can attack. That's not.
That's a goat.
Can't block. Are they just dead?
Oh, and the Princess gains me life. GG's? Yeah, GG's. A weird game.
What a bunch of errors. Everybody.
We both made a few mistakes.
A bunch of errors.
Alright, I think we're going to play one more with this and then call it a night and get some sleep.
Interesting deck.
Thanks, everyone, for hanging out here tonight. Take the win, I guess, Zerabos, with the 10-month subscription. Exactly. Moving up to 22 on the ladder. I don't know about you, but I'm feeling 22.
You're only 22nd? God, you play this game a lot. You must be really bad.
I must be really bad. You're not wrong. We play a lot of bad decks. They just don't cost us a lot of money to play on here.
3 days and got the 26. It's pretty good. Red Wings could never beat this deck, by the way.
This is Burgle's deck list. Burgle and Bob and Cheese have been working on this. They're both higher on the ladder than I am, I think, at this point, actually. Yeah, Bobby's number 2 right now. And where's that? Burgle's up here. Burgle's 10. They've both been playing this deck list a lot.
Where am I? Can you look through the gold?
Can you look through the gold players? Ventio's just like one of those like pseudo playable cards to make Crusader work.
Yeah, Ventio's nuts.
Is that good? What is the ladder out of? So the ladder only shows the top 100 players. Towards the end of the season, I think there's usually somewhere between like 800 or so players that hit Cosmic. I've seen my wife join late and be 600 plus. You check golds, you can see me finally. Yeah, Grounds Creeper or Rudio, that gets really big really fast. And both, it gets wide and tall, just like...
Oh, man. 110 for Commanders. Thanks.
Alright, got a live one for the last match of the evening. Hey Jeff, I have a question about the Ruby deck wins reserves. What are the runic missiles for? They're basically exclusively for the Mirrortron.
Yeah.
They're like, the mirror is all about like runic outlaws and bolt spasms and scapegoats, so like those kill 2 of their things in the mirror. Man, maybe this deck wants a 23rd resource.
Jeez. And then you draw a hand like that.
This opponent's playing Grandfather Elkir on the play. They're a 22 life champion that for 4 charges they can give one of their troops +3/+3 and crush until end of turn. It's usually something more aggressive. Often they're a sockets deck. Yep. Yeah, no problem. Questions are good.
Facebook's a weird place. Facebook is such a weird place. Yeah, you mulligan both two of the 3 sevens you found.
Righteous Outlaw's annoying. Hey, it's a blocker at least. Lightbark Paladin's pretty decent against these Ruby decks too, because it's a 2/2 with lethal, and then when it dies, it gets to kill something else. Any decks you would suggest for climbing the ladder with? I think the Ruby deck wins and Redlings are the 2 best decks for climbing the ladder right now. The Redlings deck list is actually one of the budget decks that I have posted. It's the last one. And the Ruby deck wins we streamed with yesterday or the day before. You can find it on my YouTube channel, posted in the stream description down below. I think either of those are great decks for laddering with. That's a double damage Runeer.
That's a good one.
Oh, I can kill it. Because I can,
You can sack your guy.
Yep. Actually, I'm going to leave this back for now, I think. Yeah, I can play this Blightbark Paladin and then sack it to my champ power and give this -2/-2. I probably should have jumped there.
I think so.
Because they're going to get to flip it and then champ power it next turn, and if I didn't have a troop in play, they wouldn't have been able to champ power me. Or they wouldn't have been able to use its other trigger. Let's give that -2/-2. Yeah, so I messed this up by not chumping last turn, because now my opponent's going to be able to flip this over into a Scarlet Swordsman, and when this attacks for the first time, it deals damage equal to its power to me and one of my troops, but if I don't have a troop, they actually can't use that power, which means that they're going to get to Valor it, because they made a Valor last turn, plus champ power it, which means this is going to be at least a 6, so this is going to attack for 12, and would only be attacking for 6 if I would have left this Naive Lackey, if I would have trumped with the Naive Lackey last turn. So basically, it'd be like, oh, wait, they didn't do the thing.
What happened? They made a Valor instead?
Weird. Yeah. I guess they're champ powering the Surging Wildwood.
And then Valoring up their other guy?
That's fair. This is crushed now. So it's hitting me for 10. I'm going to jump here, I think. I think we're pretty dead either way here.
You're in trouble.
This matchup's probably not good for us.
Yeah, I doubt it.
We don't have a lot of meaningful interaction.
Like you're
Actually, we're almost just dead, right? Yeah, we even post board we don't have that much removal. We got like 2 Gruesome Deeds in our main deck and 2 Hero Falls.
That's probably real bad.
Like this turn, they get to flip this over, and then yeah, we're actually just dead to the triggers, right? Because they get to double Valor this, and then this will go up to a 3, so we are just dead. Definitely want to be more interactive post board. Let's bring in these Hero Falls. Culmination Blood seems medium. I think we're just bringing in the Hero Falls and calling it a day.
Noxious Glory is not worth it.
I don't think
You
so.
have to get it really
Correct. Yeah, it has to be like on curve right away.
That's really bad. Yeah, probably. Yeah, I don't think so. It's like the best hand you can get.
This is pretty decent.
You need removal, but
Do we wait to play the Naive Lackey? We could play Lord Blightbark and then go Lackey Blightbush on 2, and then that draws a card.
you could.
That seems fine, right?
Probably fine.
Oh, I forgot the Gemborn Prowler. Yeah, that's probably fine.
Do you really think that? I
I think Runier's a pretty important card.
Yes. I hate that though.
That's going to be a great curve.
Yeah. You're not wrong.
So, Blightbark triggers the Death Cries when our things enter play. So this Runier will trigger when it enters play, and it'll make a 1/1 and a 2/2, which will then kick the Runier up to a 4/4 if this lives. So, Burning Ire here deals 3 damage to a Blood or Wild Troop and 3 damage to us. I just, had to throw up there a little bit. Thankfully, we have a backup Blightbark. And then I'm going to play this Lackey out, and which draws a card immediately because it triggers its Death Cry. And then I'm just going to hit my Champ Power right away on this, I think. Ding, ding, ding. Ring-a-ding-ding. Hopefully they don't have more removal here.
It's honestly, it's fine if they do. Just jam this Runier. Million power.
Gross.
Another one?
Yeah, the
Oh,
Primordial Sabertooth, yep. So the card that my opponent just revealed to us, it's a troop that they reveal from their hand and put it back into their deck, and it deals 5 damage to something.
What's that card called? In Magic?
Roost.
No, the other one. The one's on a true. This one's on a body. I forgot the name of it.
Oh, I'm not sure. We're going to go Runier into Lackey here. I could play the Crusader and back up for 4, but I think I'd rather have the Runier in play when I play these troops out. Because every time a troop enters play, the Runier gets larger. So like next turn, we can go Crusader into Blightbush, and then this will be a 5/5, and we'll crack them for 9.
This is better. How many troops do you have in your bed? You have enough for this? Yeah.
Oh, I do.
Convenient.
So, Paul of Cannon's mechanic called Scrounge lets me void 3 troops from my crypt, and if I do that when I play it, I get to destroy target opposing card. So, kill their rabbit, make our rabbit slightly larger, play a resource, smack them for 4.
Paul of Yazukan's like one of my favorite cards.
Yeah, it's just very powerful. It's like 4/3, reasonable stats. It's like Kill target thing. Fix target issue. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think I'm chump blocking with this here. Draw an extra card. We get to champ power this up to a 4/7, so they're coming across for 10 here. I would like to draw a card so we have a better chance at a shard. Use my champ power again next turn. Are they dead?
4, 8, 12, yeah, 16, no. Oh, yeah, they are exactly dead.
That's exactly dead, right? Yeah, because it's going to be 6. Yeah, this will be 6 and then 12.
Yeah.
Are there durability control access for bed? Yeah. Sapphire Diamond Control is actually the most represented deck at the last CCS. If you look, click in the Hex Decks button down below my stream, you want to look for the one that says Sapphire Diamond Control. Probably stream some more with that at some point this week. I just felt like running some people over this evening after we got run over ourselves in Modern.
You got spreading seed.
Rawr.
Here's my Kagalichu deck.
Exact seats. All right, game 3 on the draw. I think I'm going to bring in the Gemborn Prowler. I think that's a good, reasonable suggestion.
What's the 2-drop that wasn't good? Oh,
I think Monster Guy Deadeye's fine. It kills Outlaw.
you want to cut them, right?
Do I want Rancor?
I thought about that too.
It's like another removal spell, basically, right?
It's like Blightbark Paladin with that is insane. Or
Is
Lord
this
Blightbark
not a
Paladin.
Draktar matchup on the draw?
Probably not.
I like that. I like that. Let's give it a try. Give it a try here. Rotten Rancor takes a troop from our discard pile and brings it back into play and makes it fight something our opponent controls.
Nice deck.
That sounds great.
Yeah, sounds awesome.
Shut your mouth. Exarch of the Egg into a Runear Hierophant. It's wonderful.
You're just gonna die on turn 4. It's fine. Never mind.
Ding, ding, ding. Do I want a resource here? Nah, I want a non-resource, I think. Most of our deck costs 3 or less, right? Yeah. Bodic! What kind of cheer is that? Muxy Wood.
Yeah, play it Outlaw. Oh, Life Lyricist, yep.
Did I play the Exarch instead of the Blightbark?
What? What are you trying to accomplish? I mean,
Oh, I guess if they play Surging Wildfire, they can't even champ power it, so that's fine.
can't do anything.
So we'll play the Blightbark, so that way if this leaves, we get to jam the Runear next turn.
What are you trying to do here? God, that's good.
Gobble, gobble. Whoa, they gonna miss a resource drop?
Yeah, they play Life Lyricist, man. That's what that's what it means. It means we traded a resource for a shitty 2-drop. Oh,
Rats. Alright, so I should play Exarch of the Egg then, right?
yeah, almost certainly this. No. God,
JK, LOL, that?
I don't think you're playing that.
Is it just this?
No,
I could do this into Cottontail Exarch next turn.
so bad against Wildfire here.
It is bad against Wildfire. You're not bad.
So bad.
We have a lot of things in the game that allow you to reduce some of the variance. Like the Fate Weave mechanic allows you to kind of get some powerful selection. They can't chip power. They don't have double wilds.
Saw that. Nice deck building. Just 2 experts going at it here. That's pretty good.
A Wabbit of their own.
No 2-drop? Oh yeah, you're fine. Okay.
All right,
You're greedy.
this flips the bottom 3 cards of our deck over. And any resources in there, we get to put them in our hand. So if we hit a non-slow shard, we can play this Exarch of the Aegard as well.
Even if you miss, you have the.
We have another redraw here. Yeah, we can sack this to this.
You know, it's no way.
What if they have a removal spell here of some sort? They have a Burning Ire? I bet they have a Burning Ire, and that's what this pause is. I think about Burning Iring the rune. Alright, well, no resources in the bottom. How about the top of my deck?
Good now. Now we're dead.
Yeah, we're dead. Yep.
Now we're dead. That was like the fucking nail in the coffin.
Wild Threshold had 4 looks. Just because, what's it, Pupsky Fritz here in chat said it looks like you hit mana every turn, and then look at 4 extra cards and die.
Fuck you, dude.
Die in a burning glory. So we're taking 6 here, and then 2 here.
God, that's good. Jesus. Yep, go to 12. 10 next turn. Oh, now we have to play the Exarch. That sucks. Good, right in time.
Yeah, pretty much.
I mean, you might. No, who am I kidding? I'm saying you can survive, but I don't even know if I believe that.
If they don't have removal and they don't hit their champ power, we might be okay.
Yeah, you have to fade champ power, basically. Never mind.
So the champ power requires double wild threshold, and they just hit their second wild threshold, so they're going to be able to give this +3/+3 and crush, so it's going to hit for 12 at least. And this is hitting us for 3.
If they have 3 bricks in their hand.
Yeah, this is the deck we built last season, which it probably slaughters this deck. Like, this deck just doesn't have any meaningful interaction.
You don't give a shit about it.
Oh, it's blocking my life total. Sorry, it got larger when we boarded. We're very dead. It doesn't matter if we are at more than 12 here. Like, this thing's gonna hit for what? Like 8 here, 16. Oh, they hit this with the champ power.
Sure, man. I mean,
Wait, they didn't give this crush.
yeah, you can't block enough. You can't block enough stuff.
Yeah, I can.
You're taking 3. Oh, you're going to 1.
I'm not winning this game, but we're not dead this turn.
Yeah, because they messed up. Yeah. Well, hero fall 1 time.
We're just dead to the wildfire.
That's what I'm saying. You have to kill wildfire.
Then we're gonna die to this.
And that's fine.
There's a moral victory here, is what you're saying.
Yeah, you kill the wildfire. It's great.
You get to kill the wildfire. Yep.
What do you think that thing is gonna do? Oh, good. Oh, good.
Your game's opponent. All right. At least the games are happier here because you don't have to spew a bunch of dollars. At any rate, I'm going to catch y'all later. Thanks, everyone, for watching tonight. I'm signing off. Remember, if you missed any tonight's stream or you didn't catch the morning streams, or the morning streams are up on my YouTube archive now, and I'm going to get these uploaded shortly. They'll be live in the morning. I will catch y'all around. I'll be back tomorrow afternoon with some more Hex TCG action. Good night, folks.